So welcome to the Node.js package maintenance team meeting for June 29th, 2021. We will follow the agenda that was in the issue number 470 within the repo. Before we get started, does anybody have any announcements that they would like to share? If not, we can move on to the issues that were tagged for the agenda. The first one is number 462, which is titled "Let's Fork Action Setup Node." I'm going to open that up to see, or whoever it would open that wants to jump in. So I guess, Dominicus, you'd open that if you want to jump in on that one.
Yeah, I was meant to send an email to Miles, which I dutifully got around after a short break. But this being summer and all, we shouldn't expect a lot of change until people will be on holidays, and Miles himself is going on a break. I believe next week. I think so. So yeah, hopefully we'll get some response and we'll have a way for the community to be a bit more involved in that action. And yeah, we'll see where that takes us.
So is it like you sent the email just waiting for feedback, or is it that you got some feedback that they might do something, but that just might take a little longer?
I mean, Miles has to follow that up internally in GitHub, I guess, and get in touch with the appropriate teams and all of that. So
okay.
We'll see.
So basically, I think I took the notes as like you reached out to Miles, but may take a little while to see what the result is, right? Okay. Sounds good. Okay. The next one is status update and next steps for PKG.js create. That one, I know Rick was trying to follow up with Wes, but I don't see anything too recent on that.
I'm meeting with Wes tomorrow. Would you guys like me to bring up or pose a question or ping him on that maybe?
Yeah, I guess like we're trying to figure out the next step of trying to I think it was like, can we get it so it's well enough documented that other people can get involved and start moving it forward? And that's where Rick was kind of trying to help it at one point. And I don't know if it's that, Rick ran out of cycles or what's going on, because like somebody else like Zach has shown some interest as recently as April 21 in helping. And so, yeah, John, if you want to, touch base with Wes and see if there's some ideas for how to get that going again.
Okay, yeah, I'll try to ask him, and if there's something I can bring back to that issue, I will.
Okay. Sounds good. Because, yeah, I think there's lots of interest in that. It's just sort of getting to the point where people can figure out how to start contributing. Okay, the next one was suggested list of modules to help get support info into. I don't think there's anything necessarily new on that one. From my perspective, just sort of an ongoing effort to try and do that. I know, Dominicus, we'd had some discussions on that front. But unless somebody has something specific, I would say we just sort of leave that and continue to work on it. Okay, and then Owen, you added meeting time. So do you want to take that one?
We might be able to take it back off. I was thinking that the bot and the calendar were out of sync, but I think it's just my copy of my own Google Calendar that's out of sync. So we can.
There's something funny.
There is something odd. Yeah.
Okay.
Beth was telling me there's I think it's like something wrong with Google Calendar. Like she was saying she clicked on it and tried to add it to her calendar and it put it on the wrong day. But that's all like Google Calendar thing. It has been rescheduled, move around, but
As a public reminder, what is the schedule for it? Is it I think that the Node Foundation calendar has this as every 4 weeks or something. I just looked at it today. I think that's what it said.
It's every 2 weeks, but there's 2 different times. So
Right.
each of the times repeats every 4 weeks, right? So like the one today, which is 3 to 4 on Tuesdays, that repeats once every month. But then if you look 2 weeks forward, you'll find one which is on Thursday at 1 p.m., which will have the same 4-week cadence, just so that we end up with 2 weeks from the two of them.
Makes sense.
Okay, so Owen, you think it's okay on that front in terms of what you were wanting to bring up?
I think so. Yeah, I don't use Google Calendar that much, so I just chalked it up to my code experience. But yeah, if it's nobody else is having any issues, it's just just doesn't work on my machine or whatever. Anyway, it seems like following the schedule in the bot seems to be a good bet. So I'll just defer to that if I'm ever confused so far.
There is no bot like this one doesn't use the like a GitHub action or anything like that. It's driven from the Google Calendar.
Okay. Well, the issue that you open that has all
Yes.
the times, that's I just use, so far just using that's been
Okay, because there's basically a node application that will skim the calendar and generate issues for the ones that come up this next week.
Okay, cool. Well, sounds good. Thanks.
Okay, that takes us to the end of the agenda, the public agenda. Is there anything else people want to talk about before we close out? If not, thank you for everybody who attended and those who were watching. We will close out. If everybody can stick around for a private section, we will do that. So let me